Oh, it's my chair.
Hey
All right.
everybody, we are in another new space recording our show, so forgive us if it's wobbly or something's off. We're going to try to fix it. So,
I think we're good.
yeah.
I think we're amazing.
We are amazing on this Friday. We haven't seen you guys live in a minute, so we're excited to do this show today, I think.
Always excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's our topic about today? Hey, can
You know
put the
what?
paper over here?
Yeah, I can put the paper wherever you want.
Thank you.
All right. So, look, what is this month? March or something like that?
Yeah.
We're getting into a little bit of a tougher. That the winter market slowed down quite a bit, and this first quarter so far has been slow-ish. Not too bad, not dead.
No.
But anyway, we hear a lot of negativity in the market. You look on Facebook, the stock market's down, the economy's down, the government's messed up, the wars going. I mean, it's just a disaster right now.
Right.
But when you're living in the dumpster fire of a society situation, don't worry. You got Nicole and Craig to bring the positivity and bring you guys some tips on how to stay positive during this dumpster fire we call society right now.
One of my favorite memes is that little dog with the dumpster fire behind. It's like, fine, everything's fine. And you just see like...
So, we're going to get right into it. We don't like to drag things out at all, especially me. Number 5, I always say this, when the going gets tough, most of you know I'm ex-military, so I use a lot of military type metaphors and stuff like that. But I almost feel like this is wartime right now. This is what we train for. This is why we work our butts off. This is why we do all this stuff.
He literally just told me this on Monday, by the way.
Yeah,
it's wartime.
It's wartime. I put my war hat on, my war face on. I'm making phone calls. I'm doing stuff again. I know what works in this business, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So, but I say minimize your poor choices. What you don't want to do is you don't want to, just be partying all the time and drinking all the time,
lay in bed all day.
Yeah, being
sucking up your woes.
Yeah. Misery loves company. No, forget that.
The sun's starting to shine. You got weather coming on. I mean, come on, get some sun. Feel a little bit better. I know, especially today. It's like raining and snowing at the same time. How is that possible twice in a week for the record? But
yeah,
it is. So.
Well, and it's like President Kennedy years ago said, hey, ask not what you can do for your country or what your country can do for you or whatever. I butchered that, but it's the exact opposite of what I said.
That's normally my job.
Yeah. I butchered
didn't do it this time.
But it's like, hey, right now society kind of sucks, so maybe we can all be the better change. Instead of, I see a lot of negativity on social media, and it's like, don't buy into it. Just rise above it. Your clients deserve better. You deserve better. The world deserves better. So let's all just be better.
Make positive choices.
Positive choices.
You can do it. It might seem like it's not very much fun, but once you start doing it, you're going to feel so much better. It's going to be so much easier.
Yeah. Do you ever you didn't want to go to the gym. You finally do go to the gym. You exercise. You leave the gym. You feel good about that you did what you should have done, even though it sucked. You didn't want to. All that kind of good stuff.
And speaking of going to the gym.
Oh, number 4, stomping on numero cuatro. Kablam. Exercise. I say this, feed your body. And I would also say, eat healthier and stuff like that. If you're putting poor fuel in your body, and us realtors, it's tough. I don't know. I almost can't drive. I cannot drive past a Rally's without going in there.
I am doing pretty good about the healthy eating portion.
Yeah.
It's the exercise, man. He's doing real good on the exercise. I'm doing not so great on that. I just cannot. I'm using every excuse that I can think of to not do it.
Not to compliment you too much and get you a big head, but it does look like you've lost weight. So I think you're doing something that's working.
I'm working on it, but it's
the attitude I'm still having problems with. But no, I'm just kidding.
But no, I've been trying to. I've been eating healthy for the past couple months now, and doing that kind of stuff. But the exercise portion, and I know it. We exercise together a ton. During COVID anyway, he's hey, let's go walking. He stopped asking me to go walking because I always say no all the time. So it's I feel you on that. Exercise is really hard, but if you get in a routine, you do feel so good.
Yeah. And I'll tell you one quick trick that I did getting back in the gym after COVID. I just couldn't get motivated to go back. And before COVID, I was going 4 days a week.
Yeah.
So I was in a good habit. And then to build a habit, what I started doing was I would just make the time. I would just drive to the gym and park in the parking lot, and then I'd go home. And I would do that 4 days a week. And then the next week I'm like, well, now I'm going to put gym clothes on. And then finally it was like by the fourth day of doing that, I'm like, I'm just going to go in there and work out. And then that's how I got back in the habit. But, build on, baby steps. What was that movie with Bill Murray? Something, What About Bob, or something like that.
God,
and he was like, baby step to the, baby step to the store, baby step to this, baby step to that. And it was kind of funny, but in a way, that's how you form habits. So, okay, enough of that. Eat good. I mean, do you feel better when you're eating healthy?
Yes,
yeah,
very much.
So,
and sometimes it's easy to make the choices. Like today, I literally have some chicken tinga, which nobody knew what it was, but they all tasted it.
Oh, look at
it was
look
amazing.
At her bragging, here putting
and
feathers
some
in her
blackberries. That's my lunch for today.
Okay.
So yeah,
okay.
but like grabbing it from home, making sure you like when I put the food away, I do something as easy as like making a smaller bowl so I can take it to lunch. So I'm not like now I gotta separate it and do all that stuff. Like it takes away some of the excuses.
Yeah, set yourself up for success.
Yep.
It's really easy to let our excuses take over and stuff like that. But anyway, okay, so eating healthy, we kind of get that.
That rolls us into number 3.
Number 3.
Which is one of my favorite pastimes, is reading. He's very good at reading like non-fictional stuff. I cannot do that. Like I literally just gave him 4 books that I haven't read that I've gotten. I'm much better at fictional stuff, but for me it's a stress reliever.
Yeah.
And I think either way that you choose to do it, whether you read to get better habits and make yourself feel better, or you do it as a stress reliever and you do like the fictional stuff, whatever it is, I think it's good to like kind of escape your reality for a while on either one and either learn something or kind of help de-stress.
Yeah, I like that. I do like the, nonfiction books or whatever. I do, I read a lot of biographies. I read a lot of anything, really. It's just, we drive a lot. Blah, blah, blah.
For work, yeah.
We drive in the car a lot during our day. And I thought listening to the radio is great, but I mean, hearing the same 10 songs over and over and over or whatever, it's like, that's fine. And sometimes I want to listen to music and have that outlet as well. But sometimes I like to feed my mind with more education. So I like to learn about stuff and whatever. So anyway, reading seems to be a fun thing for me. And you should never stop learning,
Right.
So this business changes every second. So continue to feed your mind. Okay. Numero dos. Work harder. Surround yourself with like-minded people. I mean, I hate to say that. Now, there's times where I can work great from home. And I can be very efficient. But then sometimes I get complacent there.
Yep.
And I prefer to work from the office. And I'll tell you what, I love an office atmosphere where other people are working. I would avoid atmospheres where everyone's talking crap about other people or everyone's, negative drama. I mean, that makes the hands at times spin, but it gets you nowhere.
Drama.
I do.
Yeah.
I do like that.
It's amazing.
I do like that. I mean, it doesn't help your business, and your clients don't. If our clients knew what we did every day, would they be upset with you, or would they think you're doing a good job for them?
Well, and I also think that goes back to the negative positive thing too, right? Surround yourself with people that are going to lift you up, not bring you down. And I think that is, as much as we fight and argue and whatever on this show, in the end, we do still have a lot of things in common, like, the show and trying to raise the professionalism in our industry and things like that. Like surrounding yourself with people that help you get those goals done in the end is going to make you feel really good about your work day. It doesn't necessarily need to be working with clients and stuff. It can be improving yourself.
Yeah.
And I think at this time of year with the weather and everything else we have going on, it's really important to remember yourself.
I think so too. And I think, again, we are our own bosses for the most part, and it's like we've got to make ourselves, we've got to be our boss. We've got to make ourselves go into work, do our job, do a good job, and then we can move on,
Figure out what motivates you and surround yourself with people like that are motivated the same way. A lot of times getting ideas from them, going to office meetings, going to networking events sometimes can help bring about ideas. Start a mastermind with like-minded people and share ideas across platforms. If you go to NAR events or you go to some other national conventions, get those contacts and stay in contact with those people.
Yeah.
It helps to help yourself and you feel less like competitive with them, like sharing your secrets, because I know I'm real big on that. But I'll share it with somebody in like Utah. I don't care. And their ideas help me too. So that's another easy way to surround yourself. Yeah,
I think all that's great, Hanson. That's great advice. And people should, And again, what else are you going to do? I mean, it's the market right now. Unfortunately, it's a market where we have to work a little bit harder to get what we have.
Yeah.
To maintain that level. So, number one, and this always solves all problems, is prospecting and lead generating. I always tell agents this: your day is a third of, it's one of three things. You should be doing a third of your day should be lead generating to fill your pipeline for the future. A third of your day should be lead follow-up. These are people you've already spoken to. These are trying to convert that online lead to a showing or whatever, but they're people you've made contact with. It's different than lead generating. When you're lead generating, you're trying to build, find new potential customer. You're looking for that needle in a haystack every day. And don't give up until you find it. I mean, we don't have a hard, it's mentally stressful and draining, but it is not a complicated physical job. You have the energy to make more phone calls. You have the energy to send more emails out. You have all that. And if not, maybe this career is not for you. If you all you can do is come up with excuses why you can't do your job, your customers deserve better. So I say, go ahead and put your license in referral.
Well, and what we both learned over the years is there's no one right way to lead gen. He's going to tell you a different way to lead gen than I am. I'm more tech. I'm all that. He's more old school, boots on the ground kind of thing. There is no one right way to do it. That's why there's so many people here. And so many agents, they say that the top 10% of people do 90% of the business. And I would say that's true in our area too. But I would say all those top 10... The
Pareto principle.
I would say all those top 10%ers lead gen differently. Like some it's Sphere, some it's online lead gen, some it's community. It just really depends upon what play to your strengths with lead gen. Don't try to do something that's completely out of your wheelhouse unless it's something you have mastered another pillar of lead gen. If that makes sense.
And if you're sitting on your couch right now watching this on your phone, waiting for your phone to ring, I'd stock up on ramen noodles because it's going to be a long spring. They sell by the case at
Costco. Did you know that?
What's that?
They sell ramen noodles by the case at Costco.
Are you kidding? I got a case of chicken and beef in my house. I love those damn noodles. I love those. Brings me back to Army days. Cooking them on like a hot plate in my microwave. Yeah. No, we had a microwave.
Did you? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Churching up, putting eggs in it and cheese and stuff. Like I'm making some soup.
I've seen those ramen noodle hacks.
Yeah.
They look good. I have not eaten ramen noodles. God, I don't know how long. Probably since high school.
I love them. They taste great. They're horrible for you.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
I think.
But I've seen
no disrespect to the great ramen fabricators of the world. The producers, fabricators.
Yeah,
I fabricated a bowl of ramen.
But anyway, I think that's it. Making sure it's slow. When it's slow, you have to go back to basics and you need to look at yourself and just not take your own excuses because that's exactly what's going on if you're slow.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Think about this. Think about if you go back to whatever previous job you worked and the reason you didn't work, tell that to yourself as if you were telling it to your boss and see how that goes over. Well, I had to do laundry.
I had to finish binging the end of Lucifer on Netflix. Nope, that's a show I'm watching right now. But no. Yeah, those things are not working, folks.
I got nothing.
I got nothing too.
I was going to hiccup, but
I think we're at the end anyway. We have a 15-minute limit now, guys. So
yeah, 15-minute limit. Nicole's camera shuts down.
And we got about 30 seconds from that happening. So we'll see you guys
Do you
next
want to roll
Friday.
The dice? It's like that Seinfeld episode where they're trying to see how low the gas tank thing could go when Kramer was driving. They're like, yeah, go for it, man.
I do that every day with
Does it
my
stop?
gas tank.
I thought we changed that timer so it doesn't shut off in 15 minutes anymore.
It's the card that automatically does it.
Oh, the card?
Yeah.
If we let it go, is it just gonna corrupt
I think
the
that's
video?
what it did was just cut off the video last time.
Can we stop it?
We can, but we got about 4 seconds till it happens.
Does it matter? I'm saying, are we going to lose it if it everyone?
Oh, no, it went past 15 minutes.
I told you we changed it.
Yay!
Well, anyway, 15 minutes is enough for them to listen to us anyway.
Yeah, right.
All right, we love you guys. Thanks for watching the show. Feel free to share it out. If you got any show recommendations, let us know. I gotta get back on there.
Yeah, we're gonna have Sarah from Ganayar in hopefully next week or the week after.
Oh, that'll be great. Yeah. Sarah Parazzolo, awesome.
Yep, she's an amazing partner at Ganayar. Or Naira. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Board of director just said Ganayar.
Whatever.
Whoops.
I just put like 2016 on a date yesterday, so it's fine.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you next week. See you then.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.